And it's a very dangerous situation that we deal with now. Like, so what are they supposed to do?
Hi lovelies, and welcome back to another TikTok video. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Stronard and here is Belly's Stitches. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for all the love and support. To those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, you guys are the real MVP. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Alright lovelies, let's get into today's video. So lovely, so I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok, and I'd like to share with you guys where a lot of women are just out to ask this question, this simple question, and so many guys actually replied the question. The question goes, why is it that a lot of men have stopped approaching women? Like, it's as if men do not approach women anymore. Like, they don't just the normal way they do it, go or walk up to a woman and try to approach or get her number, get to know her and all of that. And this actually got a lot of people talking, sharing their views and why they feel so. And I was just able to put up the stitches, guys. I'm just gonna roll the clip. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and don't forget that we do not support any form of harassment or bullying or whatsoever. We are not calling out anyone. Just leave your own thought in the comment section. Subscribe to this channel if you've not done that already. Like, and let's get into it.
What happened to men not being afraid to come and talk to you in person? Like, I feel like I run into men all the time who will like say something to their homeboy or like say something, a compliment loud enough for me to hear, not directly speaking to me, but just so I can hear it, so I can say thank you. And that's like their way of knowing if they can come and talk to me or not. And I remember when I was younger, like I could be in a group of 20 girls and the guy would not care. He would come, part the Red Sea, and come and get my number. Like, what happened to that? Where did that get lost? Did it get lost because of these dating apps? Like, I've never been on a dating app and I will never be on one, just because I just don't feel like my man is on there. I feel like my man is going to see me in person. He's not going to be afraid. He's going to come and talk to me. Right? So like, am I doing something wrong? Or like, is that over with? Are they just expecting us to come and talk to them? Like, are y'all going to approach them? Because hell would freeze over before I ever.
Okay, so I'm going to answer her question, but this is no shade towards her, so please don't take it as that. I'm not coming for her in any way. But here's the thing. There's been a lot of men who've already answered this question. I've answered it in a couple of videos also. But the fact is, men are tired of approaching women, and then you find yourself on social media. Anytime we approach a woman, is always the risk of being labeled as a creep, a sexual predator. So basically, men are just sort of keeping back unless the woman gives a clear and concise indication that she wants to be approached. Most men are sort of stepping back. There are some guys who will still approach, but to be honest, most men are just cautious now. I mean, when you listen to social media, how men are just being bashed, even if you approach a woman respectfully, you may find yourself being bashed. Most men don't even want to help women. I found myself being in that position to where I saw a woman lifting something or trying to do something, and I was kind of like, let me see if I can offer her help. Then it just hit in the front of my mind. It was just kind of like, is this a setup? Am I going to get labeled a creep? Am I going to end up on social media talking about I was chasing her or stalking her? So it's just so much going on. There's so much of the whole talk about the independent woman and the women, the black girl magic, the strong woman, all of that stuff, the feminist stuff, how women don't need a man. Women, like right now they're saying they don't want a man that can cook. All these places you can't take a woman. So most men are just kind of like, I'll just keep my peace. And it's not that we don't love women. It's not that we don't want to be with women, but it's just the fact that it's not simple anymore. And who wants to run the risk of being labeled and canceled and losing your job because you simply wanted to take a woman out for a date, but she wanted to make a viral video? So it's just a lot of little things like that that's come into play. I'm sure each person will have their own different reason. But for the most part, I think I can kind of speak for most men. I'm not saying all, but most men simply don't like the fact that if you're approaching women these days, you run the risk of being plastered on social media as a creep or somebody who was harassing a woman. You may get labeled as someone who, hashtag me too and all that type of stuff. So after all the things that's being said on social media about men, most men are just sort of pulling back saying, you know what, if they're interested, they show me in some way clearly that they want me to approach them, I will. Other than that, I'll pass. Maybe I'll do something that's sort of, a little subliminal messaging, like you said, they may tell their friend, oh, she's pretty, to see what she says. But other than that, most men trying to keep their peace, stay out of trouble, and don't want any drama. It is just too complicated now to approach a woman because you don't know what to expect. And it's really sad because there are women out there who really do want a guy to approach, and they will be respectful about a yes or no. But like I said, it's just unfortunate, but that's the truth of it.
This is why men don't pursue women anymore. Because so many men are on dating apps nowadays, it has given them this illusion of an unlimited choice in women. So when men go out to bars or restaurants, they are not pursuing women anymore, because they know that when they go home, they will have the backup of the dating app. It's way easier to sit on your sofa all night and to scroll and swipe and chat all night than to try and pursue a woman in a bar. And then there is the image that men have of women nowadays, that we have become demanding. Men know that women nowadays, they don't just want a provider, they want a man who is their best friend, their advisor, a good father to their children, helps in the household. And knowing that we have this whole list of expectations, men are just paralyzed. They don't even start to pursue a woman. And another reason for why men don't pursue women anymore is that through texting, men can chat with so many girls at the same time. And for a woman, texting feels like he's pursuing her, but in reality he's not, because texting doesn't need any effort. And after a month of having texted together, when a woman meets up with that man, she feels all bonded and maybe she even sleeps with him. And it's easy for that man to ghost her after that one night, because he doesn't have any feeling of loss, since he didn't have to make any effort to pursue her.
Worked that way for men, they actually work like that for women. Because the reality is, men could swipe all day, swiping like on all of those women, and he is lucky to get 1 or 2 matches. Men stop pursuing women because us ladies told them to stop. We complained every single time a man has approached us. We have done things like give him our boyfriend's number, or yell at him, or overall show that we're bothered by him approaching. And a lot of men want to respect our boundaries, want us to feel comfortable. So for the majority of men, the potential of making us uncomfortable is not worth it to them, so they're not gonna even bother approaching us. Men also don't want to pursue us if we're not gonna make any effort in return. At that point, it's just a waste of time, and he could spend that time pursuing his hobbies or building his career.
Same women asking these questions are the same ones saying they don't want to be approached and filming men trying to embarrass them for even saying hello. Why the hell would they keep approaching y'all? I do remember women saying en masse that they wanted to be left alone and not approached. Because if he does, y'all gonna call him weird, stalker, thirsty, or some other name. It's safer to just look and keep it moving, or just let her say something first. All my life I've been hearing how women want to be left alone in public, so I be cool for real. I just mind my business and go to my destination and complete my objective. I think social media raised a lot of these dudes, so they rather get rejected in the DM versus in person. Lol. I'm pushing up on you if I like what I see. Shrug. The worst that can happen is she tell you she not interested or got a man. YOLO. Y'all keep calling them predatory for basic communication. 1, we seeing how many others you curve. B, we don't know if you're also interested, and we're not mind readers. And 3rd, we're tired of always having to make the first move. Body language and eye contact gon' tell it all, lol. If she ain't looking at me a certain way or doesn't look open, I'm not wasting my time over there. Honestly, from what I've noticed and from what I've been told, men said they're not approaching because they don't want to be labeled thirsty, stalker, harasser. Others said they assume she already has someone. Others said they just don't like rejection. Because the majority of the time when a guy's interested, a woman will act like he's bothering her or not her type. Because they're not allowed to approach women. Too many rude and abrasive women nowadays. You can come respectful and like a gentleman, and some of the things that come out of some of these women's mouth will scare you off. Because women aren't always approachable. Thanks to all the thirsty heathen, it makes it hard for real interested ones to come forward because you don't want the women to feel harassed or bothered. I like how there's a little bit of accountability in that one. All it takes is a sprinkle. It doesn't have to be you specifically who engages in the behavior for you to recognize it. See, ain't this a lot of y'all lying? Y'all be on here daily saying you hate men and want to be left alone, and then just start following instructions. Probably because they don't want to end up on TikTok being pinned as a creep for showing interest. Because a lot of y'all don't know how to put y'all phones down and not be corny. Then y'all about a man approaching y'all. Then y'all about men not liking certain women of certain races, parental statuses. Y'all made pure interactions a thing of the past. Vice versa. Y'all gotta be for real here, ladies. A lot of y'all act a fool when a man approaches you. I even had to check myself. All the attitude, disrespect, or acting a victim.
Noticing a lot of females wonder why dudes don't try to holler at them anymore. It's not because you're ugly or anything like that. It's just that shit has become so difficult. Back in the day, the worst thing we had to worry about was getting rejected. Nowadays, we got to worry about getting screenshot, called thirsty, and the worst of them all, getting a video of us getting rejected, put on the internet. The funny thing about the females who like to screenshot and call you thirsty is when the screenshot is coming from a text message conversation that y'all had. How thirsty can I possibly be if I already have your number? Y'all never fail to mention that he's thirsty, but y'all always fail to mention how he got your number.
This is why men don't make the first move anymore. Way too risky to just approach women. You can be walking through the gym and accidentally be in a girl's shot, and now you're on TikTok and you weren't even looking in her direction. You could walk up and approach a girl and it have to be blown out of proportion and recorded, and now you're on World Star. Or you could have a serious encounter with a girl romantically and sexually, and afterwards she may want something serious and you don't, and now there are some allegations that are coming up as a result of that. And it's a very dangerous situation that we deal with now. Like, so what are they supposed to do?
I agree with this, and all my friends say it, that guys just don't approach anymore. Like in the past, maybe a guy would approach and come up to them, ask for the number. Once in a while it happens for me, but of course, like not as much as previously. And obviously, a guy can literally open up his Instagram app, search up girls in the city that he's in, go like a bunch of their photos on each of their pages. So you go on like 20 really pretty girls' pages, and then eventually one might follow back or like some photos back. And that is a hell of a lot easier for a guy and way less amount of rejection than to go up to a girl on the street. But if a guy is coming up to you on the street, and even if you're not interested in him, thank him and be kind, because it does take a lot of nerve to go up to someone and do that. And I do believe that real men still approach. I agree with this, and all my friends say it, that guys just don't approach anymore. Like in the past, maybe a guy would approach and come up to them, ask for...
Like, seriously, lovelies, I do not think that this thing is actually called being afraid, or, they're just afraid of women. No, I think that they're just being afraid of not, being rejected by a woman. Like, at the rate at which things are happening online, the way at which, women call out, men and all of that, maybe with the way they approach you. There's a women or there's a man that don't know how to approach a woman. And when you do such approaching, a woman can even mistake it as if you're trying to, embarrass her and all of that. And there is another big factor. I think the social media, the dating apps is another big factor that, give the reason why these men do not, approach women anymore. Like, there are a lot of apps out there. You could just, move in a neighborhood, a new neighborhood, I decided to make friends. You log into, people near you and all of that. You could just swipe, because dating apps or online or internet had made it a little bit easier for a relationship. There are a lot of relationships that actually work, and these people end up, you find out that these people actually met on a dating app. There are a lot of dating apps relationship that is just invoked, and this is just surprising. I think this is one of the factors that makes men not want to approach a woman. Like, when they see a woman approaching her, they were like, okay, what if this woman rejects me, or what if I just go up there and end up embarrassing myself? Why not I just go home, log into my computer, try to like download one or two dating apps after, where I could just type in my preference, the kind of woman I want, even the internet have made it so easy. Like, you can even type, even if it's a short woman you want, long woman, fair, black, anyone you want. Internet is there to help you find out that category. So I think that a lot of men have found it so comfortable, in the dating app, and because of what is even actually happening online, where a lot of women is like, okay, I don't want to be so kind of woman. I want to be an independent woman. I just want to work on myself. Men are scum, men are this, men are like, really, 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 there are so many men, there are these qualities that these women are complaining about. There are a lot of narcissists out there. So this is the reason why women will just come out and yell, and so as to look for a saving hand. But at the end of the day, it's also making a lot of potential men to be scared of approaching women because of the stereotype of what these black men have done in this women's life. So this thing has to do one-on-one, it's into both ways, because a lot of men want to approach a woman, like they will want to see a woman, I want to approach her, but when they don't remember, like, okay, oh, I saw this online where this woman said something about this, I saw this online with some women, like, trying to tell how independent they want to be, how they don't want to depend on any man, how a man is, without having, a man has nothing to offer to them and all of that. So because of this stereotype, and the reason why all of this is happening is because of some kind of category of men that will come into your life. Instead of them to improve your life, they'll want to destroy your life. There's some men like that. There's some narcissist men like that have made women to be so independent. Like, they want to just stay on their own. They want to be what's off without a man. They just want to build their own career, focus on their own life, their energy, their kids. There are a lot of men there who, after every said and done, build a relationship with them, have children with them, they will just end up leaving you alone. And this makes a lot of women to come out there on internet or to come and blab, talk about how she was treated by this particular man, and it will, get some women to like start being avoiding, like they will just want to avoid some certain or some category of men in their life. And because of this narration, it's keep on improving, and so many men will now see this and like, okay, but without realizing that it was just a man, like one or two men have caused this stereotype in a woman. And this, keeps on affecting so many. That's why sometimes when these women have gone through so many emotional abuse and all of that, and a guy, you want to approach this woman, the way she will respond to you as a guy, you wouldn't even understand where she's coming from. You as a guy, you'll be confused. You'll be so, oh my God, it will be so embarrassing. You won't know what she has passed through. You don't know what she has passed through in the hands of a man like you, who happens to be an irresponsible man. Then you will not blame it on her that she is not trying to avoid it. She has rejected you. In that state, there's a state at which you see a woman, approaching her will just be the last thing in your mind, because you don't know what this woman is passing through. And when a woman get hurt by a man, she try to she often spread the negativity or the hurt to other men, because she feels that, okay, all you men are the same. You all men just come into my life to destroy me, to make me hurt, to hurt me, to make me cry, make me sad. Then seeing another woman approaching her, oh my God, she will just get so frustrated, and this is how all it all began. And men decided to like, okay, let me just get off. I don't want to get embarrassed. I don't want to be put off. I don't want to be in a pull down, and all of that. So this is why it's as if the level at which men approach women is reducing, because this world, everything about this world is just we don't even know what is happening. So that's why they just end up going to online. There's so many online dating apps. At least when you chat with someone and this person is not responding to you, this person, is just online, you don't get that embarrassed when you go out there to, say hi to a woman, and she decided to look you from up to down and like, please do not disturb me. Like, I think they feel more comfortable when they do this online than doing it offline. They feel more comfortable, because when they are rejected offline, oh my God, I don't know you, I don't know who you are. They can even block each other and all of that. So I believe that is one of the reasons. And another thing is that men, the way they see women nowadays, there are so many men that don't even they don't want something serious. Like, they just want the way they approach you, the way, like, they just have too many bad intentions. Some, not all. There are so many good men out there. There are so many good ones, like, until when you meet them. So I think this is one of the reasons as well. Seriously, this is just getting out of hand, that a woman will be in danger, maybe physically in danger and all of that, but a man will just walk up to her and just want help, but later on he'll just pass her and continue doing whatever he wants to do, because he don't want to get involved. He don't want to be tagged so many names. So this is something that it has an advantage and disadvantage on it. So a woman might be in trouble and needed a man to defend her, but because of how this man have perceived how women were often like, okay, I don't need a man and all of that, you know, because of this, they will just leave you alone and just allow you to do with whatever is there that is wrong with you. And this is just something that we all don't need to work with. We all need to, you know, put in place. And the too many I don't need a man, I'm an independent woman, it also contributes to another big factor why a man just try to, like, you know, be on their own. Like, they don't want to get into that drama and all of that. And with what is happening on internet, you think that, okay, I just did this now and nobody's aware of what I did. Before you know, you open your TikTok or whatever, you see yourself trending online. So a lot of men are just trying to just hide themselves, and if they want to go out, they will just, you know, get logged into any of the social media or any of the dating apps and all of that. You know, check so many, and anyone they get along with, they will just go along with that person. And this is the reason why a lot of men want to hang out with a woman, as in they want to hang out with a woman they are not really interested in. I think you guys are feeling me. They want to hang out with a woman they're not really interested with, because the one they swapped and they are really interested with the woman, she is not interested in him. Then he will just go ahead with the one that he felt that is interested in him. I hope you get me. Then do not end up trying to hurt these women, and that's how it goes. Like, I think this is what I felt. Guys, if you think there is another way, or you have your own thought in the comment, just leave it down below, because we are just here to learn. We are here to, you know, educate ourselves, learn and know what is actually happening all around the globe. So please share this video, subscribe, and leave your own thought in the comment section of what you think. And do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment. Just be kind when leaving your thoughts. We're just here to learn. So guys, I will see you lovelies when I upload my next video.